Hello and welcome to my link page, you amazing people from Instagram. I appreciate you taking the time to click my link and coming to visit me. Feel free to look around, get an understanding of who I am. I'm very down to earth, very real person, family man, that's just very genuine and just here to do as much good for the world and humanity as I possibly can and provide some immense value. You know, if you and I spend some time together, I can accurately predict your health and financial future for the rest of your life. Yes, I said that correctly. I actually can. Stick with me and we'll continue this conversation. Now, I know there's a lot of different kind of people on Instagram. Most of you are young though, like myself. We're the younger millennial crowd. I'm on the older side of the millennial spectrum though. So, so I'm here to connect with a very particular type of person. I'm looking for specific individuals that I would really like for us to connect and do some amazing things together. Because I have a specific goal in life that I'm trying to accomplish, and I think it will be of an immense value to you. See, in my lifetime, I want to work with over and help over 100,000 people to accomplish optimal health and financial freedom. I'll explain more what that means. Now, there's a lot of people on Instagram that appears to be like they're doing well in life. They have this whole facade and put on this whole show just for clout and attention. If you're one of those people, hey, I'm not knocking you. I'm not here to judge you, but I'm looking for the real ones. I'm looking for the real G's. I'm looking for people who actually are successful. I'm looking for ambitious, hardworking entrepreneurs. You're a business owner. You're your own boss. You might be a model. You might be an influencer. You might be whatever profession, marketing, lead generation, finance. Listen, whatever it is that you are doing, you're great at it and you know it. You're the person that I want to talk to. So if you're that person, listen up. Like I said, you're currently running a successful business. You're not living the fake lifestyle. So, disclaimer, I'm not the greatest at recording videos and stuff. So, you'll see me here. I got my handy little iPad with me. I got some notes. This is all new to me, guys. This is my first site. With COVID, I've had a little bit more time. I wanted to learn how to build sites and funnels and ways to connect with people. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate, your feedback. Thank you very much. So if you're that person who, makes a lot of money, um, but you never seem to be able to keep it, we need to talk. Have you ever been around people who they make a ton, I mean a ton of money, and every time you look around, it's just gone. It's like sand. It just falls through their fingers, right? If you ever been there, if you're that person, we need to talk. There's some things fundamentally that I can help you with. Um, you're also the kind of person who no longer want to put all your eggs in one basket. You realize that you're good at what you do. There's some people out there that reinvest all of their money and time back into just their business. And while that might sound good from a certain perspective, it's not necessarily the smart way, right? So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket because if that basket falls, all your eggs are broken. So if you're that person who knows that you need to have some eggs in other baskets to have different streams of income and diversify and have other options without dividing your time and taking away from what you're good at, we should talk. We really should talk. Um, you're that person who wants to enjoy the lifestyle that you're currently having. You probably want to have even a better lifestyle than what you have right now, but you're also looking at your financial future. You're thinking about the future and you're saying, hey, it's great that I'm making all this money now while the stars align. It's great that I'm, enjoying the success that I'm enjoying now. But you and I know that we live in a very fast changing world. And today you might be winning and doing really well, but tomorrow could be the very opposite. So if you're thinking about not just your here and now, but you're thinking about someday I want to get out of the grind. I want to plan an exit strategy. I want to have enough money set aside that can support the lifestyle that I want for the rest of my life. We should talk on a serious note. Also, I'm looking for that kind of person who is just tired of competing with everyone else. Um, whether you build website, whatever you do, you always feel like you're competing with so many people and you never seem to be able to get ahead, and you have to be exchanging so much of your time to gain the lifestyle that you want. And you feel like you're burning the candles on both ends. You feel like you're undervaluing yourself. You're offering less than what your time is worth because you're competing with other business owners and people who are providing services that are similar as yours. If you're wanting to break that cycle, you're wanting to break that barrier, you're wanting to get out of the rat race, but not lower your income, but do the very opposite of increasing your income and not have to compete with everyone and not have to spend as much time, I promise you, we should talk. It'll be worth your time. I'm also looking for the person who knows that they are the center, they are the engine of their empire. If they were to get into an accident, they were to get sick, something was to happen to you, God forbid, your entire empire will come crashing down. You would lose the lifestyle you have, you would lose practically everything. And I know, and you're smarter than that. So if you're looking for ways to protect yourself from the things that you can't see and you don't really know what can come around whatever corner, but you want to make sure that what you've built and worked so hard for stays in place, let's talk, guys. I know you're young. Sometimes when we're young, we don't think about these things, but I know you all are some very savvy entrepreneurs like myself. So I will not underestimate your intelligence. Also, if you're the person who's burning the candle on both ends, what do I mean by that? You're destroying your health and compromising your health in order to gain wealth. When we're young, it's so easy to spend our health to gain wealth. But the sad part is, then when we lose our health, we got to turn around and re-spend our wealth to regain our health. It's a very sad and vicious cycle. Guys, we need to break it. You don't have to choose between good health and a good financial future. What are the answers to having both? How can you have both? I promise you, I have some phenomenal answers and solutions for you that makes sense, not just makes sense, but is practical and is working in people's lives, real results. You know, you might be one right now with all that's going on, COVID and everything that's happening. You might be depressed. There's a lot of people having mental issues, depressed, stress, have anxiety and uncertainty about their health and their future financial situation. If this is you, let's talk. There's some things that I can help with. I promise you there's solutions that I have that I would like to share with you. You also value both your health and your wealth, and you know that getting both is important, but you're struggling in maintaining that balance, and you're finding yourself sacrificing one in order to get the other. Guys, listen, you can get all the money, all the power, all the influence in the world, but if you lose your health, what do you really have? You know, even having all that money practically becomes meaningless. Health is not everything, but life without it is pretty much nothing. And money is not everything, but life without it is pretty miserable, right? We need both. We just have to find a way of how to have both. They call me Mr. Healthy and Wealthy for a reason. I have a company that's called Living Healthy and Wealthy. I'll tell you some more about this later on, and you can browse through my site uh, so that way you can learn some more about me. So, remember, I mentioned earlier that if we spend some time, I can accurately predict both your health and financial future for the rest of your life. Guys, go ahead and book a consultation below. It's a free 20 to 30 minute consultation. That's where we'll discover And the way I do this, the question that you're probably asking is how? How can I do that? See, I'll tell you this. I do it by identifying your personal health and financial success blueprint. A blueprint is the same as the blueprint when you're building a building, you're building a bridge. Engineers use it, right? We also have a mental and structural blueprint that determines what our health and financial success would look like. Have you ever noticed some people, no matter how hard they work and how much they try, they just don't seem to get ahead. Some people, no matter how much money they make, they just don't seem to be able to keep it. And then you have others who just seem to be having amazing success without much effort, or working as hard as you and getting greater results than you. Sometimes it comes back to some fundamental things that you might not be aware of. We need to talk. So go ahead and book an appointment. Now, as an added bonus, I'm going to be giving you a free ebook, a free e-report, a guide. And let me tell you something. This is not any normal, regular, shaggy report. I promise you, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to read, and I guarantee you, I almost want to guarantee you that this is going to be the most valuable ebook that you have read in the whole year. I promise you that. I'm telling you, this material that I'm about to send you for free is paradigm shifting, especially if you're in business for yourself. Don't take my words for it. A matter of fact, let me share with you what some amazing people have had to say about the ebook that I'm about to send to you. So listen to this. It's the eternal struggle of the freelance worker. How do you price your work in a way that's fair to both you and the client? Nothing less than your career success and personal happiness hinges on this question. Spend an hour with this book, and you'll come away with a whole new way of looking at your value and your relationship with your clients. That was said by Daniel Pink. He is the best-selling author of Drive, A Whole New Mind in Free Agent Nation. Michael, who is the best-selling author of The E-Myth and the inventor of the Dreaming Rooms for Entrepreneurs, this is what he said. This ebook that I'm about to send you. It's spectacularly simple, remarkably true for every small business owner who's determined to grow. It's I almost told you the name of the book, but it will work for you. This is what Michael said. I modified his a little. People constantly ask me, how can I get a 4-hour work week with a service business? This story is the short answer. This is from Tim. Tim is the author of the #1 bestseller, The 4-Hour Week. Here's what John said. He's the best-selling author of The Duct Tape Marketing. This book unlocks the truth about how to build an immensely profitable business. So if you're already doing well, but you're spending so much time and you're burning the candle on both ends to keep up, you really need to have this so that way you can have the same success or even greater success with less time. I know, let me tell you something about me. I don't do pipe dreams and false hopes and empty promises. This is real, guys. There's a reason why certain people win and certain people don't. There's a reason why 97% of people work for 3% of those who are successful. So take the time. Now, here's another one that is said. It is a must read for every business owner who's ever struggled with putting a price tag on their service. If only it would have been around, if only it would have been around when I started my design studio. This was said by Tina Eisenberg. She's the founder of Creative Mornings, Swissmiss.com. In order to understand the difference between time and value, just read this book. In about an hour, Mike will get you up to speed on the fundamental difference between turning billable hours and delivering value to your clients. I'm telling you, guys, I read this and I shared it with a lot of my entrepreneurial friends and a lot of my clients. And I'm telling you, it has made a humongous difference in all of our lives, in our income, quality of life, and everything that we do. I'm not saying it's going to solve all your problems. I'm not promising you some magic pill, but I promise you it's well worth the time. So please go ahead, book a time, submit your information. Let's talk. Let me send you this information, this ebook for free. Now, lastly, you might be asking yourself, Van, why would I work with you? Like, why? That's a fair question. It's a good question. Well, I'm not going to brag or pat myself on the back, but I'm dang awesome at my craft. I'm really good at what I do, and I get friggin' results. That's why you should work with me. At the end of the day, that's what matters is results, right? The process and getting there matters somewhat too as well. And trust me, it's an enjoyable process. But it takes effort, takes work. And a lot of people who are losers, they don't want to give that. The other reason is I'm really good at taking things that seems to be complicated and simplifying it in a way that the average person can understand. So I will never speak above you or at you. It's more speaking, on your level that you can digest the information. The other thing is I have an average of 8 years in the industry. A matter of fact, I started my professional career as a public health educator when I was, 21, almost 22 years old. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but I can promise you I got some gray hairs. They're there. That comes with experience, stress, and wisdom. Remember that. The other thing is about me that you need to know is I'm really good at staying focused in areas that I know are my strengths, and my goal is to master those areas. And for the last 10 plus years, I focused on two areas, health and wealth, because I believe they go together. A matter of fact, like I told you earlier, I have a company that's called Living Healthy and Wealthy, LLC. I focus on these two areas because I believe they go hand in hand. So if you're really good at making money, see, it's not about how much money you make in life, it's about how much you keep. It's not just about how much money you make. It's also how well you manage and take care of that money and how well you use it. It can be a very powerful thing, and it can last a very long time, and it can affect generations to come. The last thing is I'm committed to the success of my clients. A matter of fact, my success is directly tied to your success. If you don't succeed, I don't succeed. This is not where you just pay for something and whatever happened, the results of it, it is what it is. No, I am directly tied to your success. So it's a privilege. Thank you for your time. I know I've been on here going almost on 20 minutes. Thank you for taking the time spending here with me. Go ahead, click the link below, book a time with me. If you don't want to book an appointment, that's fine. I'll still want to provide you with this fantastic free resource that will transform, and it really is paradigm shifting, guys. And if that's all that we ever do, you got a great resource from me and we part ways, great. If we get into consultations and we're not a good fit for each other, great. No hurt, no foul. But I think if the universe aligns us to find each other and work with each other, there's a reason for that. And so I look forward to seeing you. Look forward to working with you. Thank you very much. Ciao.